right, we live at 5. How we looking, Bucky? Is it looking pretty good?
All right, I think we're live now. I think we're good.
All right. Hey, everybody, glad y'all could make it. We're going to give it a little bit of time, let a few people get up in the room. And in that, I'm going to introduce my co-host, Bucky. And those that have been on the channel a while, you'll know you've seen him before. Bucky and I met up in, he lives in Chesapeake, Virginia, and that's as far as I made it on the last loop. And Bucky came out. We met out on the river. We had a couple cold beers, maybe more than 2, sat around, chatted. We hit it off right quick, and so we've been partners ever since. We've done some. He's come down here. Matter of fact, we were just talking today about him coming down again, in January. We're going to try to get some content together for that. But anyways, let's see. If you're just coming into the room, how about hit the like button so it kind of lets the algorithm know that we're going live, and share it if you don't mind. If you got some social media, you could share that too. There should be a little share button down there. Hit that. And let me go ahead and show you Bucky's intro video. We got a little video there. And Bucky does a lot of fishing, and he also does some cool boat projects. Matter of fact, I got some ideas from him, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But let's see. Let's go on down here. A little 42-second intro. We'll play that right quick. Good little intro video there, Bucky put together for us. So tell us a little bit about yourself there, Bucky, and what you're doing up there. And I got some other pictures. When we get to that, I'll pop up.
Yeah, definitely. So anybody who doesn't know me yet, who's seen me maybe on Mike's channel, I'm Bucky with YouTube channel Tri-Waves Fishing, and located up here in Chesapeake, Virginia, Chesapeake Bay area, and do a ton of inshore and offshore fishing, a lot of our local inlets. And do a ton of fishing out in the Chesapeake Bay and out in the ocean. So grew up on the water, very passionate, love fishing, but love anything out on the water, if it's boating, wakeboarding, jet skiing, whatever it is. So still somewhat new on YouTube. It's only been about a year and maybe a half or so. So still fairly new, but get out as much as I can, try to make some videos, and super excited. Fall time's right around the corner. Trout bite here inshore, and the river's about to take off. The striper as soon as winter season hits.
So I know you've been doing some fishing because I follow you a lot. I'm gonna show a couple of pictures here while you talking. So as we say, Bucky's got the receipts. He don't just talk about it. He puts the fish on the boat. What you got going on here?
Yeah, those are 2 nice cobias. Actually, that was this week. We got out. Season ends here in less than a week, so we got out a couple buddies and got on some real nice cobia. I think we got 6 or 7 in the boat and 2 killfish, what you see in the picture. But that one on the right's 50-inch, the one on the left's 47-inch, but real nice cobia and great meat. They're one of my favorite to catch and eat.
Nice. This other one.
Yeah. That was another. That one I think was 52-inch or so. Real nice cobia.
That's awesome. So we'll be doing some fishing off of Good Times, as well as Bucky's got a new boat as well. He had a little smaller one last time I was up there. We kind of stayed in the inlets, I guess, the bay. What would you call that? That was an inlet. That was in Rudy Inlet. Last time you were up here, we fished. That goes out to Atlantic Ocean, and then the other main inlet here in Virginia Beach is Lynn Haven Inlet, which you haven't fished with me. But when you get up here next, that's probably where we'll go. And depending on time of year, might get out in the bay. But I might be down in Florida before you get up here. But whenever it happens, man, we'll be doing some fishing, get out in the new boat for sure. Listen, he said Bucky's doing real well. His channel is starting to kick it, and I think he's gonna be big up there in the Chesapeake area. So if you don't mind, tell us the name of your channel again, and because I don't think I had.
Yeah, I don't know if the link's in the chat or anything we can put it, but it's Try Waves Fishing. TRI Waves Fishing. Try Waves.
Yeah, let's put that in the chat. Let me look at the comments here. Hey, what's happening, Dan, Jeff? Baghdad. Good Lord. Baghdad.
I just saw that one. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but gracious.
We're going to put, let's see. We'll put in the chat. How about y'all showing some love? When you first getting started, it's hard to get going. But I can tell you, I'm going to pin that to the top. There we go. Or at least where it shows up. It's kind of hard when you first get started, but then everybody wants to be your buddy when you're big. Once you make it,
yeah.
But I tell you, this guy right here, he's gonna make it. I foresee him in a while to be doing YouTube, nothing but. But it takes usually 3 or 4 years to get to that section. Unless you go viral or something like that, or freeze up. Now you're freezing up. I had a problem earlier. Yeah, but at least I can hear you. That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
We done a little pre-check a while ago, and I'm running off satellite. And what are you on, cable up there?
Yeah, I'm Wi-Fi. I got Wi-Fi at the house here, Verizon Fios. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's happening, Tommy? See him in there? Doing some fishing myself. Hey, we need to have you in here soon on one of these. Kind of catch up with some of your pictures. Kayak, what's happening, buddy? Good to see you. Let's see, GA 906. All right, we got him as a captive audience. He works at night, so he ain't going nowhere. We're gonna watch him. So. But I put Try Waves Fishing there if y'all would, and we're gonna mention it a couple of times. Go to his channel, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and subscribe to him because it's hard to get going really good, but you'll see why. You'll see some of his videos good.
I appreciate it.
I'm going to go over a few things that I've been trying to get to. And I first want to say we're going to start back trying to do Sundays live at 5s as much as possible. And the new format I'm trying to do is answer questions from videos that I put out. So obviously, if I'm not putting out a ton of videos, I may not have quite that much content. But we'll talk about that. You notice I ain't put out a ton of Good Times 2.0 videos because it's so freaking hot. I'm telling you, you can't get in that boat. And if you're in there, y'all remember I think one of the last ones when I was doing the glass, I was sweating. Well, it's twice as bad as that right now. So hopefully we had a couple of days with some cooler weather, and that's when I jumped out and did the putting the cross members for my engine hoist. And it's supposed to be a few more cooler days coming. So the engine's coming out real soon, but we'll talk about that a little bit more. First of all, I want to tell you a change to the channel. I don't know if anybody's realized it or not, but I did it. I changed it last night. But Good Times Adventure is now the name of the channel. And Tommy actually is one of the reasons probably a year ago, he told me that he had some people looking for the channel. Well, he said the boat's name's Good Times. Well, they're looking for Good Times and they couldn't ever find it because it was under my name. Yeah. So I finally switched it. So the channel, you may look at it. So most people can remember the boat name. Usually my shirt, it's on my shirt. So I think that's going to be a little bit easier, as far as going forward, people finding us. Let's see. I got a couple things here I want to get your opinion on. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm starting to look at cushion colors, though I'm not right on it yet, but I got to get the stuff ordered to kind of get ahead of the time. This is number one. Now, I'll tell you a story behind that. That's some wild colors, ain't it? See all the yellow in it?
Yeah.
One of the reasons I got this is y'all going to see in the future. Everybody's scared to have bananas on their boats, right? People say it's bad luck.
Bad luck for fishing, man.
Dude, I'm going to have bananas everywhere. And I was looking at the yellow in there. You're going to see it. Now, if I die on the Great Loop, y'all can say, well, we told him don't have the bananas on the boat. But this is number one. I'm gonna show you 4 different colors. Tell me which one you like. That's number one. Here's number 2. Now, this came from when you're out on the boat. One of the coolest things at night, Bucky, you know something about this, is you can see the stars, man.
Yeah.
So that's kind of jazzy. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's number 2. That's number 2, the stars. Number 3.
Uh-oh, there we go.
Now this is
my language.
There we go. This got a multiple meaning. All right. Some of you may know or may not. Obviously fishing. I guess it'd be going that way. Obviously fishing, but also I'm a Christian. I know Bucky is. There's a second meaning to that as well. So that's kind of where that's coming from. That's number 3. And then number 4. Number 4. Number 4. 1. Or number 4. 3. It's a little bit harder than I thought. Number 2. Number 1. Bucky, just looking at him, you got to
say. I think I'm gonna have to go. My favorite right now. I like number 3. It's a clean look. I like the blue on the boat, on the water. It's fishing, so I like it. So I'm gonna say number 3. But obviously, everybody on here watching live right now, make sure to comment your number, and we'll see what the fan favorite is there, Mike. But I like 3. What do you think?
I'm kind of leaning towards 4.
4, okay.
Obviously, I got 3 for that reason. I like the blue. That's going to be my base colors, white and blue. But I tell you, this one, it's the Christian symbol, anyways. It looks a little more like that to me, but it's also a little less fishy.
Yeah, I hear you.
Plus, you may not can tell. Let me see on here, but this has got some darker, almost like might be considered a dark blue or black. And the reason for that is you'll see I'm coming soon with a laminate color. And it's I don't want to say burgundy because it throws people off, but it's a dark burgundy blackish. It's got some black in it. And
yeah, it does look a little darker shade.
Yes. So I sort of kind of thinking that. But y'all give me I'm going to show you one more time and then I'll show it again. But if you will, so let's see what we got going there.
Okay, we got 3, 1 or 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4, kind of all over the place still.
Okay. And then also people will comment once the live stream's over and this goes to regular video for playback. I still want you to comment because I'll be able to look back at these and kind of see what Yeah, I really thought that 4 would jump up there, but there's a lot of 3s, ain't it? 3, 4. That is nice, though. I mean, I do like that.
Kayak 7Cs said add a poll. I don't know if you can do that right now, Mike, or maybe after the fact, but yeah, that's a good idea.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe on a regular video before I get started. That's a good point, Greg. I appreciate that. Courtney Steen, she's on 3. That's my daughter. We've been already studying it. She thought I was crazy when I was talking about the burgundy until she's seen it, which is going to be all the cabinets are this burgundy-ish black.
Right.
So it should go in, and the countertop is going to be a solid surface countertop black. So that was the reason for it. And of course, the darker I went on this, either, these are both good because it won't show very much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually,
a lot of dirt and stains or whatever.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll look at that. Let's see what else I got. So, okay, here we go. This is another one that we may not be able to come up with tonight, but I got to work on is there you go, Bucky, because that light.
Yeah, I was just saying, I got the sun right behind me here.
Okay, so I'm gonna be doing these live at 5s on Sundays, and I think I want an opportunity to be able to do during the week when I'm on the loop, because I remember I had a lot of problems like this. People couldn't get off of work at 5 for the live at 5s when I'm showing you where I'm at and what happened, because that's when I'm moving. I won't move on the weekends if I can help it. I try to let the weekend warriors get out there and run around, and then I'll be taking my weeks off just like everybody else, but preferably at a marina then. So anyways, I want to come up with live at 5. I need something for 7. So live at 7, I don't think works. Plus we got live at 5. So I need something for 7. All right. Let's get your brains working on that one. It don't have to be tonight. We might do a t-shirt giveaway. I think I might do that. Let this play out and do a little t-shirt giveaway. I want to show that. By the way, I got a bunch of merchandise I'm gonna put on major sale before the loop starts. So, but that's coming. That's down the road. I'm not gonna do that now. So live streams on Sunday, I'm gonna do pretty much live at 5 because I think most people are home by then, and that seems to work. And though my internet's pretty good right now, but the later it gets on Sundays, it gets worse because so many people get on the satellites. So anyways, I'm on the satellite. Hopefully thumbs up that everything's working well for me. I believe that it is. We did some tests, and so I think we're doing good. Now, Bucky, let's see, we got anything?
I was gonna say I got there's a couple comments. Ventures of Happy R's just put great loop, heaven at 7. I like that. That's got a little ring to it.
Yeah, heaven at 7. Yep. Hey, remember that. So if anybody tries to steal it,
trademark that thing.
Yeah. Actually, Bucky came up with Good Times 2.0. You remember you came up with that?
That is.
So sometimes it's good to all right, let me see. I'm going to do something new I haven't done. I'm going to try to share this screen. Not exactly sure if it's going to let me do what I want to do. By the way, my freaking website is jacked up right now. Something happened. I don't know what it was. Window. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Let's see what's going to happen here. It's jumping. Do y'all see that?
Yeah, it's jumping on my end too. Might have to just read off of it.
Okay, I'll have to read off of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's doing it. It stopped now. Something to do with the sharing. That's
probably.
I'm probably in the future going to have to upload, just like upload a file, because I know I can share a file. So again, we're trying to work the bugs out with all this new software, and I'll be bringing some new things because I know I'm going to be working on a new studio. I got that already planning and be working on that soon. Got a new camera for the studio, so we'll be talking about that. But Kevin Wilson, these are questions that come up, and I want to answer them. Probably about 15 more minutes of this. We're trying to keep them to 30 minutes. And so these are a few questions. But Kevin Wilson asked about, he says he don't usually critique things, and I certainly don't mind people critiquing stuff. That's how we learn. He says, in fact, he hardly does. But do y'all remember on a video where I hooked up the charger and I put in a box with an outlet so that, and of course, I was thinking, because now I got a plug in from the charger, I'll just plug it in. And that maybe I need it at a future date, I could plug something else in. Well, he said, rightfully so, and now I have bought something that it tightens up and it closes the circuit where there can't be any sparks. And the reason this is important is when I'm doing stuff, I don't want someone to do something that's unsafe. So he's exactly right. But he says you need to cut the plug off the battery charger AC cord, connect it directly to your charger line from the AC distribution panel. There should never be an outlet in the engine compartment since it has the potential to spark, especially on dangerous gasoline. So he's 100% correct. I can tell you, now it wasn't from electrical spark, but I've been on a boat that's blew up. The gas blew up. This back in the day. I'll tell the quick story, but this is before I really knew. I was very new fireman back then. My daughter, who's on here, knows about it. If she would have been on the boat at the time, sitting on the cowling, this was one of them boats that you had the cowling that closed over the engine. Yeah. She sat on that. If she'd have been sitting there when that thing blew open, it would have launched her who knows how far. But it was basically from a gas leak. So I'm going to tell you from experience, when you smell gas, stop what you're doing and figure it out. And don't boat if you smell active gas in the engine compartment. Now, a lot of people will say, well, duh, you should have already known that. But I was a much younger man, and I'm telling you, if you smell gas, stop and figure out where it's coming from, because all it takes is it to get very hot or a spark. And there you go. All right. Here's one that I don't know about. Maybe someone in the chat does. It says, soak those cable ends. Y'all remember when I changed, put a new battery AB switch on? And he said, Just Pause said, soak those cable ends in baking soda and hot water solution to remove the green corrosion and neutralize any acid residue. Has anybody ever tried that? So I'm going to do that because there's a question down here that talks about putting everything on the AB switch. I'll talk about it in a minute. And I figured once I do that, I'm going to test that. So it'd be a good video to pass that along. So has anybody ever tried, and tell me in the comments if you've done this and it works, but to use baking soda and hot water and just dip the connections. Does that work? Do you know anything about that? And then Scuba 42 or 42, 21, 23. He was talking about he seen the good times sign in the head. He also confirmed that he would hardwire that charger so that we don't have an explosion. Just remember, I usually put the sign, we're doing that, but on regular videos. So always be looking. If you're watching this, make sure you hit the bell notification. As soon as you see that sign, say where it's at in the comments, and I'll send you a koozie, the first one that gets it. And we're going to step that game up a little bit as time goes forward. Captain John said, this is where I was saying, he said, connecting your DC terminals to your battery, you could connect them to the battery selector switch and allow the cleaner battery and master shut off closer to the battery. He's exactly right. As I responded to him that you didn't see, at the time, y'all remember, I'm just trying to power up my panel forward. But I do have an issue with that. And the reason is I may not do that until I get back off the loop. Because you got to realize when I'm on the loop, I'm on the boat all the time. And I don't really want that to happen to where somebody or something happens that gets turned off, because that panel for it is going to run the mid ship pump. So, heaven forbid that gets cut off. You know what I mean? And then the friggin' thing, sinks because the pump can't work because of the battery. So I don't really love that. What do you think, Bucky, about that? Do you tie all of yours to the battery, or do you? I mean, you're supposed to leave at least your main pump directly to the battery, but
yeah, that's exactly what I have. What you're talking about there, that's what I would recommend. Especially, you're gonna be traveling long distances. You want to do it right. You're not going to be getting your boat off the trailer like a lot of people would keep us off. When you're doing it, do it right, and that's exactly what you said is how I have it.
Okay, I got a couple more here, and then we're going to answer some questions. Let's see. Trevor Mills, 4194, said that he got really excited talking about the future boat projects. Let's see. Okay, this is the part I was thinking I wanted to show. He said that he loves the videos showing the behind the scenes work, putting up the poles and stuff like that. So I definitely want your feedback as to the videos, because it doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm thick-skinned. Now I can see in the back end what videos do well and which ones don't. But anytime, especially my followers, ones that have been following a long time, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you say something. I'll take it as constructive criticism. So don't worry about that. I always like the feedback. Basically, I'm saying I encourage your feedback. Okay. Now, he did say a very good thing. All of these viewers, if you like the video, you really need to hit the comments for the algorithm, and he's 100% correct. Even if you don't have a lot to say, I'd appreciate it. All of us YouTubers would appreciate you liking the video and saying something, because when you do that, it helps us, the algorithm, to pick us up more and more and more. And I know, Bucky, as I do, I got at least 3 or 4 hours in every one of my videos. So, if we're going to put in that work, we definitely need some good feedback. What you think about that?
Appreciate the feedback and support for sure.
Yeah. James Ajak, y'all know he was the one there helped me put the poll up. And these are things that I may do that I don't necessarily recommend. So I'm going to say the truth. My daughter got upset at me when she came down there later. But James said, you need someone else there to butt that ladder, son, or tie it off to the pole. Don't you remember that from the FD? And then he says, nice job. He can't wait to get the engine out. But that's true. We went through, in fire school, 40 hours of ladder training. And we had, anytime someone got on the ladder, you had to say, man on the ladder. And then the butt guy said, actually, I can't remember what it's been so long now. But the butt guy repeated that just so we knew someone was there butting the ladder. Because with any ladder, if it goes up, depends on where it's touching, the higher you go up the ladder, the more it wants to kick out at the bottom. Now, why did I do that? Because I had a cool day. And some things, you just got to make it happen. You got to get out there and get it done. And I had a cool day, and I did get out there and get it done. But I'm just saying, don't do something I'm doing that ends up, getting you killed or hurt. So I just want to put that out there. And then last one. This guy, Scuba 42123, he's saying, isn't Matt, he's talking about the fiberglass, The mats followed by the cloth. Absolutely, probably if you were doing, I don't know, more like new structures in the boat or something like that. I've got multiple layers of what I put in, so it's not necessary. I think I'll mention that in a video. It's not absolutely necessary for what I was doing. The only thing that I'll have on there will be a chain where the chain falls in and coming. Once I get the boat in the water and I see where the water is, then I'll cut the hole for the drain so that any water will drain right out. But he said the resin smell always brings him back to his first boat, a wood dinghy 7 foot long. So that's pretty cool. And actually, that brings up a point. I plan on doing one. Y'all going to see coming probably about November when I rebuild the top. I'm going to build the top out of material that's super lightweight, and it's honeycomb design. And the company that I get that from is in Fort Pierce, and they sell a CNC routed boat to where all you go buy it on a pallet, and all you do is put it together and do all the glass work. And I want to do one of them. That's just pretty cool. So I want to build one of them myself. But anyways, Bucky, what you got, brother?
Yeah, I'm going through a couple questions, but I think in the meantime, I think a great update of kind of where you stand on, I don't know if it's the official name here, but Good Times 2.0, where you stand on the project, the boat build, and kind of giving everybody an update regards to schedule and the loop for 2024. Where do we stand there?
Very good. So remember I said the website's jacked up. Something happened. I don't know what it is. They're working on it. But I had put out a schedule. So when it comes probably next Sunday, I'll say go check out but basically, based on Bucky's advice, my goal right now is to jump off on the loop on April the 1st. Now, Bucky, you can talk about, what the weather is generally like up there around April the 1st and why we chose that date. But the boat should be in the water testing by no later than January the 1st. Now, the final paint may not be done by then because, of course, the paint's going to be one of the last things. And I got something really cool coming with that. I only want to put it out there because y'all really going to love. I got something real special coming with that. But tell me about April the 1st, what you can expect, worst case, best case.
Yeah, for sure. So typically I like pretty much getting all my boats out. Well, depends. Fishing kind of early, mid-March is when we really start to get a little bit warmer weather. Mid-60s, start getting 70 degrees days. And then by April, we're fishing pretty hard. We're not maybe necessarily in the water based off water temperatures. You're not swimming, but we're really going to start having some consistent 60s and 70-degree days, which I think will be perfect for you to really starting to get a head start here in Chesapeake before really that big heat waves and that humidity takes off, right? So I know we've talked about it a couple different times. You're going to want to get up here. And there's a question I see on here we're going to address. Get up here a week or so before, make sure everything's all right, and then, do a little shakedown, if you will, up here. But I think April 1st is a good start date. It gives you a couple days up here. You still got some warm weather, a little chillier nights, if you will, compared to summertime. But I think it's a really good time and really take advantage of the weather and cover some good ground. I
love it, man, because, 60-degree nights is perfect boating weather. You ain't got to run the AC as much. No, I love it. I hope that's what we're end up having.
For. So,
like you said, go ahead.
So on that point, Ventures of Happy R's said a good point, and I think you've talked about this, but anybody who's new or kind of getting updates here said, are you going to trailer the boat to start the loop up north where you left off? And I think you might have talked about that, but if you can share with everybody kind of your plans there for 2024.
Absolutely. So one of the most important things in the 2.0 boat was it to be trailerable, because I don't want to start all the way back here in Florida. That part is done. So yes, the trailer, we're going to trailer it up there like he's saying. Unless there's a snowstorm, something like that, then about a week, third week in March, I'll trailer it up there, and we'll get it in the water and do a little fishing. So absolutely, that was a must when I was picking boats. Now, I'll tell you, we need to start. You'll start seeing me talk about it. Last night, I was studying. The biggest problem I got right now is fuel capacity with that boat. That boat is 65 gallons. There's places on the loop that could be 250 miles, depending on if a certain marina is open, that you've got to make. Now, it's been my experience that you don't get much more than a gallon a mile with most all boats, sometimes a little higher. A lot of the reading says you can get 2 to 2.5. If I can get 2 miles of the gallon, I'm going to be fine. But I got a 65 gallon tank. But what I plan on doing, and I'll show y'all this in the video, on the port side in the very back in the engine compartment, there's a nice area that I believe I can, if I can get 30 gallons there, that's going to put me right at 100 miles at 1 gallon per mile. And then, of course, y'all know I'll have the jerry cans, and that'll hold about 25 more gallons. But after studying it, of course, the first thing I did is I looked for boat ramps right in between where those marinas were, and there are some. So I'll be reaching out to you, any of my followers that are in like it's kind of like halfway near Paducah, Kentucky. So between there and north, about 200 miles was where the last marina is. There's a little town, and I'll put all this out later on, but I'm going to hope to get a gas buddy to just top me up, just because I don't want to run out of gas. But so anyways, yeah, all good questions. Very good. Very good questions.
What is that being said, I see a couple of different comments here. What do you stand on the motor and replacement, what you're looking to do there? What's kind of the plan?
So it has a 305 in it. I'm going back with a 350. My engine builder, this will be the 6th motor he's built for me or friends. So going back with a 350 to try to overpower it, because some people said that it was a little sluggish getting out of the hole. And of course, I'll probably have more weight on it than the average. So I'm going to step up to a 350 Merc Cruiser. I'm going to do a video about this guy. He doesn't sponsor me, but he is an excellent boat builder. And you can ship or you can buy, he's in Fort Lauderdale. You can buy a 350 or basically any marine, but all he does is marine engines. That's why everyone I've had no problem with. Trust me, I've had motors that I bought, crate engines, but they were from a general factory, and they don't know the things that are required for a marine engine. And that motor seized up on me within 1 year. So this guy, I'm telling you, I tell everybody, I got you. If you need a motor, buy it from this guy. He knows what he's doing. You can go back and look last year or year before when Zoffinger's engines went out. We did a tour of his place, top notch. I'm talking about guys that have been doing it. And it's one of them shops where one guy does one thing and he does it over and over and over all day long. So that tells you they're going to get best at their work. So, definitely stepping up to a 350.
Yeah.
But, yep.
Great. Let me see here. Going back, GAC 906 said, this is going back a little bit. We'll talk about your ladder. Truthfully, you were scaring the hell out of me seeing those poles. I think I commented as such. That was a little sketchy, man.
No doubt. Hey, you know what? Let me tell you a story there. I was thanking God when I was on that ladder. Y'all know a year before that, almost to the date, a year before that, I couldn't pick up a cinder block. When I was at my worst, and me and my daughters are going to do some videos about that for my new channel, but I couldn't pick up a cinder block. So I was thanking God that I was on that ladder, able to do what I was doing. What a blessing. Because, dude, I was just about dead. I don't know what happened to your channel when you die. What does happen to it?
I'll take it over for you in the boat.
I don't know what happened. But also, let's see. I seen something here. Yeah, Tommy from Adventure Happy Hours is in the chat, I see. And we'll try to get him on in a week or so. He blew up last year whenever the hurricanes. Tommy has got a real good story. We'll talk about him when we can get him on the chat. But he got a real good story. He's got a big old boat. She got put on the other side of the canal, up on the past the man's dock, almost on his house. He's got some good videos. Yeah, some good videos to watch. But let me say this, and we're going to kind of wrap it up, trying to hold them to 30 minutes. But Bucky's is Tri-Waves. I put it in the chat. All of y'all that are not, all of you that are not subscribed, if you don't mind, go in there and check him out. Tri-Waves on and hit that subscribe button. You'll see what I'm talking about. The man catches a lot of fish. He does really a good job. So I'm gonna hold you to that when I get up there. Now I need some videos, man. With the big.
Just tell me when we'll get them on. I'll put you on the fish, no doubt, man.
All right, let me tease a couple things, and we're gonna get out. Think about anything else you got to say, but I think I'll bring it in next week. I'm gonna tease you right here. We'll talk about it next week. But we got a sponsor. So the Catching Cooks, this is one of the things they make. It's a spice deal for all your, for your Catching Cooks. But whenever I get back, and we were talking about him coming down here and doing fishing, after I get the boat running, obviously I'll be doing a lot of fishing. So I'm gonna be carrying a line of stuff here. Yep, a little sponsorship there. I don't want to lose the spot there, but we'll talk more about it. I'll show them all kind of rigs pre-made up. They'll be available eventually, not yet, but on the website. So we'll talk more about that. I'm going to, y'all make sure that you start coming to the Sunday Lives at 5. He's given us a pinfish trap to give away, and it's a high dollar. It's a $100 fish trap. So me and my grandson tried to go out I think it was last weekend, to shoot a video about putting them out, seeing how they catch. And I knocked a darn hole in halftime in the bottom trying to get it off the trailer. So I'll have it hopefully. Plus I had to order a carburetor for it, but I'll have it back running here real quick, and there's going to be some videos about that. But we're going to do, once I get that video out showing how well it does, we're going to do a giveaway with one of them fish traps. So that'll be on the Live at 5. So y'all stick around. What you got there, brother?
Man, appreciate having me on. As always fun catching up. Super excited to see some more of these boat build updates on Good Times 2.0 and everything getting ready for 2024. Great loop, man. Excited for that. And hopefully get down there early 2024, do some fishing down there. Maybe get after some gators. We'll see what happens. But super excited. 2024 is going to be great. And looking forward to it. Looking forward to have you up here. Get out and do some fishing. So, again, you guys appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I appreciate if you hit that button. And, Mike, we'll catch up here soon, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all been looking at that video behind him. That's some of them fishing trips he does.
I got something thrown up there. I don't know, a little something.
On the boat for sure. All right, but I appreciate you coming. Hey, guys, I appreciate all y'all coming to the lives. We're going to try to do Sundays live at 5. Hopefully this weather's going to get straight, and I can start putting in some work on that 2.0, and we'll get it ready. But we appreciate y'all all. It's good seeing you, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys.